boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Appreciate you taking the time to stop by. I appreciate all the comments and likes and feedback. And if you have any comments, questions, or anything like that, leave them below. If you're needing anything that you want to bring up that you want to share, please do so. Feel free. Today, I wanted to go over again another value Bible. Um, I think my wife and I found a church. She really likes it. We went a couple of times, and they read out of a different version of Bible than what I have. Now, my wife really loves the YouVersion app and being able to put that on one of our tablets and taking that to read read along with, because she can quickly go from one page to the other. Fantastic. Me, I still like a paper version Bible. Sometimes I can't get to the verse as quick to read along with the pastor because he may only reference and read out of one thing. So by the time I get to it, he's on to the next. But that's how it goes. I don't have it memorized that good where all the books are quickly and easily. So they read out of a New King James Version. And if you don't know, I'm not a single translation diehard guy. I enjoy looking at 2 or 3 different translations. I always have, just because I can get a different understanding, a little bit more depth, or sometimes my reading, or I shouldn't say sometimes, I don't have a really high level of reading. So I noticed on the more wooden translations, sometimes I read the verse 2, 3, 4 times to figure it out. Sometimes that's annoying. Sometimes I just want to be able to read and enjoy it versus dig deep or try to dig in and try to grasp what's being said. But then again, other times it's nice to have something that makes you think about it every once in a while of what are they intending there? Sometimes it's okay to stay on one verse for a few times and read it over and take it in a couple different ways. So, anyways, a little bit off track there. So they read out the New King James Version. I like a couple of things. My main thing is I like clean text. I like narrow margins. I don't need extra space. I don't necessarily want a huge Bible. I want something that's easy to carry around. Years ago, I had an NASB thinline that I really, really liked. And that's one of the Bibles that I was searching for very heavily that I never could find again. Man, it should be here. But it sent me on a reeling thing of looking for Bibles. And if you look around the channel, you'll see that I have quite a few different Bible review, or not reviews, but showing different things of my exploration of trying to find the perfect Bible for me. Anyways, but I should say the perfect 3 Bibles, because I like to have 3 different translations. So I couldn't find the NASB anywhere. And so while looking for a New King James Version, I came across, let me get you pointed down in the right direction here. I came across this Bible. Oh, too far. See if we can get you squared up there a little bit. I'm not the best at running this camera. I know other people have multiple cameras set up and things. So this here, what is this? Obviously, it's a New King James Version. This is not leather, which it looks like leather. It feels better than some leather Bibles. And this Bible I picked up, I'm pretty sure, for less than $30, or right around $30. I'd have to look, but it was so much of a good value for everything that was there. I've considered buying the leather one, which currently on Amazon is like $63, $64. Just, I only need one New King James Version Bible. It's not my preferred, study text, but I do like to read along with the pastor, and I do Because I'm the guy who, when somebody points out one particular verse, I like to read the verse before and the verse after, or sometimes two or three. I like to actually dig in and try to get more context. I am not a one verse guy. You can't just tell me one verse and I'm going to be happy and satisfied with that. So back to this Bible. Some of you sharp-eyed folks are going to know exactly what it is. It's a New King James Version. This is a thinline Maclaren. I guess it doesn't say all that on the side. So let's open it up and see what all we got here. Oh, there's a flyer from the church. Cowboy Church. This one is a paper paste down. I'm not a huge fan of paper paste down. I do wish they would have used a vinyl on this, and that is the one reason and the only reason that I'm considering getting the leather one is because it's a vinyl. I think it's a vinyl paste down. But there's also the option of being able to get it rebound if you want to, or anything like that. The Maclaren series. And I just thought this blueprint was the cat's meow. I just think that is just so neat. I'm easily amused. What can I say? But Old New Testament, yada yada. There's all the printing information. I'm not a huge fine detail guy on printing dates and all of that good stuff. I'm sorry if that's something that, you know, you're looking for. I'm not an unboxing guy. I'm a guy who reads, uses things for a while. But man, the ribbons are thick. I know that's important to some folks. Um, it's not for me. It's a just bookmark that's attached to the book. Um, I know some people have conversations about double-sided ribbons and single-sided ribbons, and well, I don't know. Is it because this is shiny on both sides, but is it because one has a shiny side and not shiny side? To me, I don't know. Is there a benefit to having a wider ribbon? If there is, let me know what it is and what your thoughts are, or is it just a look thing, or what is it? I like one that, I like it to be able to tuck down and not get in the way. So, in getting to that, one, this does. And you can see there's, it doesn't fall into what some people call the gutter. Um, and that's another thing about a Bible that I like is I like enough space here. Like I said, I'm not a huge margin guy, but I don't like to be trying to read wrapping around. This is okay. I would probably like to have a little bit more space. Let me just because as I'm holding it, it's, I don't want to say distracting. Or yeah, I do. I do want to say it's distracting. It's slightly distracting for me. Um, but that's also because this print's slightly smaller than what I like. But I'm not sitting down and reading this Bible for an hour or two. I'm reading what the pastor's going over, and I will read a few verses before, a few verses after, and that good stuff. The layout on this thing, though, is fantastic. And even though I prefer a larger print than this, I find it very easy to read. It's not uncomfortable to read. I think I'm just, I hold better attention and can follow along a little easier with a little larger print. The spacing seems good. That reminds me, I was going to do something with these. So I will try to add in some more information that I want to do on these reviews. But yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful laid out Bible. I really love the blue. I love the highlights there, which is fantastic. And the letters of Jesus in red. I should stay in a There's a spot where we at last time. Um, let's see. Actually, yeah, Luke will work. But I know some people get distracted with the red lettering and stuff. I'm not that person. I don't get distracted, but I do like to know. I'm, I guess, simple or not highly educated enough to tell what quotation marks are. Um, I like things just kind of blunt and straight to the point and easy to, doesn't take a whole lot of extra thought. I don't want to put a lot of effort into it because I'm just that guy. So, page thickness on this is decent. The gilding on these pages, not a whole ton of them were stuck together much at all. I'd say, if anything, it was, half as much static electricity the first time just opening things up. But the page thickness is pretty reasonable. Decent texture. Let's go ahead and get to the back here and kind of look at some things. It's a short point to this entire thing. One, the concordance is super small. The footnotes are down at the bottom, and cross references and stuff, which I prefer that. I way prefer that. If I'm going to have any of my cross references and stuff on, like, in a column, I would rather them be in the center than anywhere else, I'm pretty sure. I've never had one, but I know that if it's in the middle of each page, it's okay, but it shortens the text lines up so much and stuff, especially when you have a slightly smaller Bible. Out here on the outside seems to push everything into the gutter. I can't think of a better terminology. I don't like that, but so I would prefer it being there. Maybe at the end of the verse. I don't know. I haven't tried that out yet. I will probably get a Bible that has the cross references at the end of the verse. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get back here a little ways and see. So it jumps right into the concordance. It doesn't have a what ifs or, I know some Bibles have, if you're feeling down, go here, weights and measurements and stuff like that. The concordance text is very, very small, or very, very small for me, very hard to read. As you can tell, I'm not a real technical person on font size, point size. I think those measurements they're not standardized. A 12-point font in one thing looks like somebody else's, 10-point font. There's no standard. It depends on the text they're using. If you change the font, then even if it's the same 10-point, it doesn't necessarily be the same. This one, just so you can tell here, I wrote in there 10.5 font. Just for reviews and later on to know that if I'm looking for a Thomas Nelson in this kind of print, I have something to reference myself. That's what it is. Maps. There's some nice looking maps. Some people are map folks, some people aren't. There's no note-taking pages or anything like that. I think this Bible is just a really, really good, I'm going to read it Bible. I think it's a great, especially if you enjoy the New King James text. You know, this is neat that it has these ribs on the back here. Until recently, I've never had a Bible with that. This happens to be my second Bible that I got with that, but I thought, man, that's pretty neat. I have another Bible that I'll show you that's in a different video. It's a LSB Bible, which I'm not a huge fan of all the extra gold gilding and stuff, but this thing is, even has the gilding where it has this fancy stuff. Again, for the price though, this is an excellent value, I think. I think this Bible, for the $30 or less that I got it, is so worthwhile. I think the leather version for $64, I'm not buying it because I don't think it'd be wise with my money to buy it. I don't need to replace this. This feels good. It looks good. It reads good. Um, it's it's perfect for my church Bible. It's so. If you have any questions, let me know. Thoughts, anything like that. I'd greatly appreciate to hear them. Even if you just want to say hi, I enjoy the conversation. So, thanks a lot. Greatly appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.